Hey guys, what's the best Metal Gear game?
My ass.
Hello, newcomers. I am your host, Lone Wanderer. This is the Decent podcast number 2. And here is this wave of massive autism. And I'm not going to get through everybody's names. You know who you are. Let's get into this first topic. I've been dying to talk about this with El Rey. First one. Is Conan the Destroyer worse than the Conan reboot starring Jason Momoa?
You bet your sweet ass it is worse, dude. In basically every observable metric.
But Jason.
Okay, why?
Okay.
Who gives Momoa's a cuck?
Who gives that shit? In the first one, you had fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is literally the peak of manhood.
I mean,
All right, now that I've let the children finish reading, I'm going to get to my point.
Thank you.
Okay.
Listen, Arnold Schwarzenegger is unabashedly going to always be Conan the Barbarian in the popular imagination. There's nothing I can say that'll change that. But what I will say is that the only advantage that Conan the Destroyer has on the 2011 reboot is the music by Basil Pomeranz. Because that man...
Quentin reviews.
That man, dude, you can meme all you like, home dog, but that music is next level. The Conan 2011 features a Conan the Barbarian that is, a barbarian, is a man who cuts people in half, instead of that PG violence you get in the Conan the Destroyer movie that feels like very accommodating stuntmen are doing all the work while Arnold just kind of...
It was the 70s or 80s. They didn't have the best technology.
I mean, they had fucking Jackie Chan and Bruce
Yeah,
Lee.
Jackie Chan. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Uncut,
unrated cut.
Work with Bruce Lee.
There's an unrated cut, by the way. There's an unrated cut of Conan the Destroyer, and I saw that.
Oh god,
Literally.
yes.
Just imagine fucking Conan busting out nunchucks and beating elder gods with them.
And that's not something. It's not something he would be opposed to. In
That
the
sounds like a fucking. That sounds like a fucking Cal stream title. Fucking Conan Barbarian beats Lovecraft God with nunchucks.
Game.
Anyway, so another reason I say this is that Conan is supposed to be a pretty edgy boy, whereas in Conan the Destroyer he's sort of like an errand boy. He's some queen's little bitchlet.
He's a Boy Scout.
Yeah, he's the queen's little bitchlet on the chance that she might be able to maybe bring back Valeria, who, by the way, is an underrated waifu when it comes to discussing sword wielding tomboys. And I will fight anyone who says differently.
I completely agree.
Because I don't know nothing about it, so...
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Jesus Christ, people, watch a movie every now and then.
Thank you.
I've never watched Conan the Barbarian.
I haven't
finished
watched a lot
it
of
yet.
movies. I haven't even seen all of Fight Club.
What?
I'm an uncultured guys.
This has been the podcast equivalent of an extended Family Guy sketch where all that happens is you get lost over and over again in sidebar things, and until the original point has been so obscured that I don't even think Lone remembers why he's here at this juncture.
So, like EFAP?
Honestly, feels like that. Sorry.
Peter, why are we here?
Yeah, that's great, Stewie. Yeah, hey, Lois, remember that time I was in Smash Brothers? Hey, Lois, remember that time? Oh, Jesus. What the hell happened?
You think that's bad? Remember that time we were talking about Conan the Barbarian and some autist started death battles in the middle of the podcast?
Yeah, I remember that.
Good times.
This podcast would not be the way it is without me.
At least we preface this all by saying that we are actually retarded.
It's like trying to herd cats.
And I thought my attention span was bad.
Yeah, no, sorry about that. I went quiet for a while. My mom came in and was like, "What's going on? You're quiet," and all that. I was like, "Oh, we're just talking about Conan the Barbarian between either Jason Momoa and Arnold Schwarzenegger."
Some autistic kid is screaming into his mic about Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Basically, the gist of
Yo,
it.
what's your mom's take? You got to ask her real quick.
She likes Arnold Schwarzenegger better than Jason Momoa.
All right, I too like Arnold Schwarzenegger better as Conan the Barbarian than Jason Momoa. I think that's not even in contest here. That's not in play. I wouldn't dare slap that chip on the table, dude.
But she has a counter argument for that as well. But she said Jason Momoa had a better fighting style.
Thank you, Jesus Christ! It's so accurate.
The editing is so dumb. Oh.
No, what do you? Okay,
He
again,
literally fights Power Ranger
when was the
villains.
last time you watched Conan the Destroyer?
Like, I watched the unrated cut, like, literally, like, last night, though, but I was pretty tired, though.
Bruh, because I guarantee you, if you go back and you watch the action sequences, you're gonna sit there and be like, "Wow, that's pretty bad." I mean, even the original, it's like it declined in quality between the first and second movie severely. In the first movie, Conan's like some crazy sword-wielding badass. He takes a few hits, but he'll spin around and cut your face off. In this one, he's like, "And I'm going to telegraph an upwards chop now. Thank you for setting up for that, stuntman. You have done me a great service."
Rip Stuntman number 36. You'll never be missed.
The bigger issue was that, like, why was it rebooted to begin with? Why didn't they just do King of Conan? Because
So
that
the
was in
reason why
development hell.
Disney rebooted it was actually to keep the license for it. After so many years of not producing a product of it, I believe 50, the license would become in the public domain. So what Disney does, they literally just reboot old movies to keep the license.
You know how Disney is with licenses. They
Yeah.
never want to fucking let them go. It's
No,
like
they
the
don't.
fucking
They
But-
can't let me use
But-
Donald.
It wasn't a Disney movie.
Hold on.
The reboot was made by Lionsgate.
Oh,
So
That
did
didn't
Disney
sound right when-
actually
yeah.
lose the license? That's a fucking shock.
Yeah, dude, Lionsgate is the one who did the new Conan.
Yeah, it was Lionsgate. Their
I mean,
logo was
Conan
the
kind of
first.
seems like a public use character by himself. He's kind of
It's-
basic.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that's a whole other can of worms because he should be, by all rights, public domain.
Yeah.
He was invented in the 1920s.
Yeah.
I mean, they have
100 years?
fucking-
No, guys. It's 100 years after the creator's death. It becomes public domain.
It
I
was
believe, like,
75 years.
less.
Wasn't
less
75
Conan,
years after the death.
wasn't
if I remember
Conan
correct-
in fucking Fallout 4? Or was that, like, in their
Grognak
own
the
bullshit?
Destroyer.
Grognak, yeah, okay.
That's
But
a
yeah,
You
very
could
good
even make that
And
like,
it gets like the copyright for Conan gets really fucked up because after Robert E. Howard's death, another man by the name of something Sprague, I can never remember it, basically stole the work by petitioning the courts and lying about Robert E. Howard. He claimed that because Robert E. Howard was like a mentally ill bisexual, his estate didn't
What?
deserve the you
back
stop
then
making this
What?
is like a court document.
Yep. Yep.
Robert E. killed himself. I mean, he suffered from depression his
Yes,
entire
he-
adult.
Yeah.
So
I
after his
suffered from depression 5 years and I'm fine.
yeah,
I've been suffering it with
so
25
Robert E.
years.
Howard's mom died, and then he ganked himself, and then this fucking predatory asshole named Disprog or something like that fought or like petitioned the courts to say that he was a part creator of Conan, therefore the license should fall to him. That's why in different countries it's so weird because in different countries Conan the Barbarian is in public domain, but in the United States he is not because
Fucking
this
weird.
Sprague guy took the license and lived until the 70s before dying because he said that he said that Robert E. Howard was like he said he was like, oh, he was some crazy bisexual and his estate definitely doesn't know what to do. They're all dead anyway. What does it matter? So he took the whole license, and then the son of a bitch republished a bunch of Robert E. Howard's work, but with like weird additions to it that made Conan more of a noble figure instead of a savage barbarian. So that's why we have this.
His name is Conan the Barbarian.
So
but
he
was
made
savage.
Conan gay.
It's because
what
of
you're
that.
saying.
Because Conan was intended to be like a wild man, like a man for whom civilization was just a mask. It was always intended as a critique of civilization, and then this Disprog guy completely distorted the vision.
That's fucking
Conan was
violent.
everything Fortune stood for, but then this guy had to go and
Fuck it all up for us.
Yeah, he
I mean,
did.
leave it. I think this guy was French, so that really stands to reason.
Oh,
Everything
Oh,
makes
wait.
sense now.
it's always the fucking French, isn't it?
Yeah,
At least it's not the Russians. It's always the Russians.
it's always the Russians. I
The
know that for
Russians
sure.
hacked Conan's copyright.
So
I
I
can't
can
wait
use
until-
Conan in a story. I can.
Wait, what's that?
So I can use Conan in a story if I want to, because I don't live in America.
No, it's not only America. It's a bunch of countries, but there's also a bunch of countries where he is public domain. You got to look it up. The copyright for Conan the Barbarian is one of the weirdest in existence right now.
It's if I remember correctly, Winnie the Pooh Bear just came into public domain. Not the one with the red shirt, the original yellow bear one. Came back.
Oh, so the one Disney stole and made money off.
Immediately banned in China.
The one with the red shirt is banned in China, but if I do Winnie the Pooh Bear with the original Christopher Robin story and all that, not the Disney protest and all that, it's totally fine.
Walt Disney himself is kind of a dickhead like Mark Zuckerberg.
But Mickey Mouse is coming into the public domain within, I believe, in 5 years.
Yeah,
It
but
won't
Disney
happen. Every
is
Disney
fighting
is
tooth and
singularly
nail.
responsible for the way copyright is these days.
Yeah.
Originally, before Disney's meddling, it was 25 years after original publish date that things went into the public domain. And then Disney changed it to 50. And then Disney changed it to 75. And then Disney's lobbyists changed it to the lifetime of the creator plus 75.
Yeah. So basically,
When are we
nothing,
letting Disney control our government? Oh wait,
nothing
since-
you like will ever come into public domain within your lifetime. No matter how
So I
fucking
can never
dead the
use
thing
Alice in
is.
Michael
Wonderland?
Jackson music in my videos.
Isn't
I
Sherlock
got
in
a bunch
public
of-
domain?
Yes,
Isn't
Sherlock
what?
is in
Yeah,
public.
Sherlock's in public domain.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, because that his writings were before
Sherlock.
even Robert
1800s.
Allen.
Yeah,
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 it-
it was made in the 1800s, so the author's long been dead.
And even before that, his work, Sherlock, entered the public domain 25 years after Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote it, because
Mhm.
that's how the original copyright was.
Yeah.
You think there's
Yeah.
gonna be a modern day Sherlock where it's just Sherlock with a fucking Glock?
It's called BBC Sherlock. It's called Elementary.
Oh,
We already
no.
had like
Oh, God, the
two
cringe.
TV shows
Going
of
back to
Sherlock in the
Conan,
modern
do you
day.
think
Good old
that he would be
Schlock
one of
and
the
Glock.
easiest- Going back to Conan, you think he would be the easiest character to like make an easy copy of? Like, say we have Barbados the Destroyer, or I don't know, I'm too stupid.
The man.
When the Conan Isekai coming out though?
I don't know, but I'll definitely watch it.
I mean, quite literally, the Conan Exiles video game is an isekai. You
Oh,
get transported to another world.
Oh no!
It's actually pretty
oh
fun.
yeah, ooh, oh yeah, guys.
Ah
I'm
yes,
coming-
that game was
that's what
mostly
to say.
famous for the dunk slider.
Everything I say just fucking is true, and I don't even realize it.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
guys.
man,
I have
that
something
that
special
dong
to
slide
say.
is the only thing that kept me sane. I had to keep that to the smallest setting, so I felt like I was really in the game. You know, There's- it was
Full immersion.
the game was over before it began for me, boys.
I just
Yep.
made one with the big titties and all that, ran around naked punching things.
Nah, dude,
Ooh.
see, that's the thing. It's like I can't play a video game as a woman, as a female character.
Women are cringe.
I just can't do it. It's not even like a sexist thing. I just can't, I can't immerse myself into the character.
yeah,
that's why,
I'm kind of the same way actually. Like
I can't. I can kind of do that, but that's only because I'm a femboy. So
God.
like,
You know, the
gotta get
fact that
Marshall
you're
on
not
here.
street legal means that I can't make jokes about it.
oh yeah,
We
you're
gotta-
right.
we gotta get Marshall in here at some point.
Guys,
Eventually,
I have
I guess.
enough as it
I have
is.
a big announcement. I got my wisdom teeth taken out last
You know,
Wednesday.
Marshall actually has his own channel. He posts fucking meme clips he finds on
Yeah,
Discord.
yeah, I'm sub to it.
Yeah, same.
Combined compilations.
We simp for fucking Marshall here.
Everyone
Apparently.
go subscribe to Marshall for like the 5 people in chat.
Go subscribe to Max, or he makes good shit.
Maxor's funny.
I didn't know Marshall had a YouTube channel. He never told me.
Yeah.
He didn't.
doesn't-
He
doesn't
he
promote
talked
it.
about it like constantly in his server, my guy.
He has a server?
Yeah,
What the
server?
fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, Lone Wanderer, what did you say about Maxor?
I said Maxor's funny.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he is. I thought you disrespected him and was gonna go all.
And what's the source of this accusation?
John
I don't know.
Bloodborne.
The source said it way the fuck up. That's what.
Do you have a city to burn? 'Cause I could wake
I
up.
have one to burn. It's called New York City.
He's impressive.
I have
cock.
one. It's called Chicago. Sorry, my friends, but the place is just shit.
Your
Yeah.
people are the ones that made it shit Italian.
Yeah, it is. You Italians come back.
Uh,
Yeah,
See
we'll
ya,
come
Con.
back. We'll finish the job this time.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't you. It was the Sicilians, the cooler Italians.
I got that reference from. No, I mean
Harsh.
got that quote from True Romance in my head when you said that.
Thank you. Yeah, I use that often.
Your eggplant and your cantaloupe.
I need context because of this. Too much
You've never
context.
Movie
seen
reference. We're not
Rome?
going to get into it.
Dude,
I didn't understand that last part. Too many people were talking. Nobody had the talking stick.
Oh, Lone Wanderer, what's the next thing we were supposed to talk about?
We haven't even finished
person.
Conan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were ostensibly we should be talking about Conan because I've got this bullet point list of reasons why I think that Conan the Destroyer sucks dick, but we have gone so far off key.
Go
that
read
we've
those
just-
bullet
that we've
points.
begun
Read them
discussing
right
a whole
now.
other movie.
Read them right now, dude. Just read them right now.
All right, bullet point 1. the action's much slicker. Bullet point 2, the sorcerers are competent. Bullet point 3, there is no plucky comic relief character who irritates you throughout the entire film. Bullet point 4, there are actual titties in Conan 2011. Bullet point 5, the entire plot doesn't involve Conan being a simp for a queen who he is also simultaneously simping for a dead woman. Bullet point
queen.
6, Conan is barbaric, wild, and free. Bullet point 7,
Conan
is
has a big cock.
Conan
Let him finish.
on screen made my pee-pee tingle. There we go. That's the sort of top ones.
Bullet point 8,
Okay.
Conan doesn't get cucked and.
Hey guys, what's the best Metal Gear game?
I like the first I like the first 30 minutes of the reboot. I will say that. All right, the origin story of Conan, it's closer to the books.
And I'm agreeing that the origin stories of the reboot were amazing, and I actually enjoyed it. But when he came to Mars, it was more like you jump good, you good, and all that. And I was like, what the
That's
fuck?
fucking John Carter of Mars, dog.
Sorry. What's the difference?
The difference is that one goes to Mars and the other is an ancient sword wielder, like before the time of Atlantis, like around the time of Atlantis. That's the difference.
Why does that sound like
Oh, hey, Kai.
Why does that sound like something from God of War?
Hey, Kai.
Okay, so to answer your
the hell
question
up.
very succinctly, because God of War borrowed a shit ton of inspiration from the sword and sorcery genre of the 80s,
Yes.
which is what the Conan the Barbarian films are.
And Sword of
Oh,
Sandals
is that
too.
why
God of War
War's
took
so
from
good?
God of War took a
Oh
lot
my
from
God,
Sword and
Jesus.
Sandals movies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Clash
sword
of
and
the
sorcery,
Titans.
sword and sandal, all of those genres, they blended them together, and that's
Mhm.
why God of War has so many tropes from it.
Yep.